realize that.
It says Wartails on the sidebar of follow channels.
Well,
though.
and my notifications didn't go out either. Nothing's working today. Pretzel Rock I couldn't sign into, and then all of a sudden it just signed me in.
Pretzel Rebellion.
And I'm like really, nothing's working today, and I don't know why. I blame my booster shot. It's causing all sorts of weird side effects.
Anyways, I was being serious about that, Jade. There's a like community. What's a good way of putting this? Like when you're cultivation, like when you're trimming a plant and making sure that it's not doing stuff that you don't want it to, or that weeds are getting into your garden or whatever else. Like growth is something that a lot of people focus entirely on, and then they get people that they don't necessarily fit in their community. But you've done a fantastic job. You've gotten a lot of people who are respectful and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah, you've done a great job, Jade. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm not all here. It's because I'm not. My brain is like in two different places.
I'm gonna go find
now.
Hazzie's brain.
Hang on, I'll be right back. I haven't since nothing's working, I'm thrown off.
Where are you going?
You know where I'm going.
Get coffee? Bathroom? Oh, okay. I think she's gonna double check it on another media source to see if it's working. But I'm gonna end up getting some water, but I'm gonna wait for her to come back on that. So Zorn, you've already come up with 3 names that you're gonna lock in? That sounds like you. You got 3 picked, especially for name snipes. Medieval dungeon, where you hold your thralls. Yes, that's where she's going. We have one of those. Yes. Now you know why I got the excavator. Digging out a dungeon, it's not easy when you got a bad back and all those sorts of injuries. You get an excavator, you can dig in your own medieval dungeon easily. I really should be in the business of advertising. Get people to buy excavators for that. You're going Gunlancer, Paladin, Gunslinger. Interesting. My primary focus is going to be Bard. I do like the I think it's Summoner is the other option under Mage, so I think I'm gonna probably check that out as well. But we will see. I haven't committed so much on that. It sounds like you're really planning it out though, Zorn. So good to know. I think a fair amount of you know that the excavator came in, and so I'm not sure if some stuff kind of got loosened up when it was shipping, or when we got it offloaded on the trailer. But I'm gonna go get a new spark plug later today. I'm gonna take apart and reassemble the carburetor and kind of drain it, and then I'm gonna put in a new.
But in the other room, like I go to.
Well, let me check on my phone. It might be us. It's true. Anyway, so as I was saying on that, I'm gonna go ahead and try redoing all those sorts of things. It's looking fine here. It just looked fine. It looked fine when I pulled it up on browser. I'm not sure what's going on, Boo. Everything's crazy.
Maybe it's Bitdefender, because remember that popped up for me.
What is the other option under Mage? Because Mage splits off into 2 categories. Zorn, I don't remember what the other one was. I thought it was Summoner, but maybe Summoner is where it starts, and then it goes to Mage and Bard. I could be getting the order wrong. Anyways, I'm gonna be redoing all that sort of stuff with Excavator, so I'm gonna be up to my elbows in small engine, but hopefully I'll get that resolved. If not, I know a small engine repair person who does make house calls. I just would rather not pay the extra money that goes into that.
We're just gonna go forward. Everything might from our side looks effed up, but whatever. Sorry about that. If y'all notice that something's not right, you can bring it to our attention, but I don't think it's on our, well, it might be on our end. I don't know if it's an internet issue or what's going on. Like, I don't know if it's Twitch just effing around with us.
I think your hair is so beautiful, it's shocked your system.
I think it's the booster shot, because, like, I have been feeling sick. Like, I feel like I started, like, getting the flu. I haven't been able to eat. Like, I've just kind of been like, ugh. Oh, thank you, Jade. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. I'm glad you
exactly. It's like a unicorn. Exactly.
That's what my friend who did my hair was saying. Oh my god, this is just like a unicorn. So I was really happy she did it. I told her to shock me, and I was shocked because I didn't know she was gonna. I did not think that she could go from like the bright rainbow stuff to pastel. I was kind of, and she kept complaining about the orange being so like heavily in my hair. She's like, I don't think I can get this orange out. She kept saying that, so I figured we were gonna have orange hair still.
But she blended it with a certain level of green, and now that's that purple area. Yeah,
so the purple is where it was orange. So she did a great job. I really appreciate her work. Thank you so much, Myung. I really love when she does my hair. I don't even come up with ideas anymore. I just tell her to do whatever. And then we go with it.
She loves that part.
yeah, she does.
She's taken 1 or 2 days off from doing hair, so that she could just sit there in her studio and put in some real painting time.
Yeah.
And that's how she looks at your hair.
Yeah, that's what she told me. Yeah, that extra 5G interfering with your electronics. I don't know.
I should have put the chip in your arm. Sorry.
I don't know.
I took her in for that.
It's that damn booster shot, I swear.
Dude, her arm is like,
if I didn't have like a long if I'd go put on a short sleeve and show, but yeah, I have a big red like it's huge welt where the injection site is, and I've been like not feeling well, and I had the chills yesterday, but I still went and got my hair done. so it must not be too bad if I'm willing to go get my hair done, but I don't care. I could have been in a lot of pain. I would have gotten my hair done.
I'm gonna slaughter the Korean pronunciation because I try to do stuff in Japanese if it's East Asian and never correct when
it's not.
But I got her some
champong. I think it's champong.
Okay. Anyways, I got her some of that yesterday because we're not going to be going out for Valentine's Day because everybody's going to be out, and we didn't really want to do that. And so I brought that home, and I was like, oh, she's going to love this with the crab and the mussels and all that sort of stuff and the super, super spiciness. And she's just like, I can't eat anymore.
I wasn't. Yeah, my stomach was hurting, and
I was like, this is gonna be her favorite thing in forever.
Yeah,
and
nice try, but I thought it would be good too because it's soup, and I figured since I'm not hungry, soup would work. Yep, it has noodles,
and seafood broth,
or not seafood broth, but it came with mussels and crab to put in there too.
Big chunks of crab
it's really good. It's really good. I wish I could have like actually eaten it. I was just there's no way. There was no way. It sounds like when I got my tetanus shot. Oh, tetanus, it was bad for you too. Okay. I didn't know a tetanus shot was so bad. I don't even remember the last time I got a tetanus shot.
But I haven't been stepping on nails as much as I used to.
Don't do it. Yeah. Don't start doing it. You made it or you got it. You got it, right? From where'd you get it from?
Tetanus shots?
No, you read in chat. Jade asked about.
I purchased it. One of the best places in our area that does it.
It was a Korean restaurant that does that. It does that
yeah.
stuff.
And they were like, so do you want it mild or medium? And I was like, make it spicy. And she like did a double take, and she was like, you want spicy? And I was like, it's for my wife. And she's like, oh, your wife's Korean. And I was like, no, my wife's Japanese. And she's like, oh yeah, they'll like that too. Because she was like, I'm not handing this to this white boy. He's gonna kill himself.
It was funny. It was funny. It was really funny. Yeah. I had to put cold compresses on my arm from the huge hot. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's basically what I've got on my arm right now. It's like a huge like lump, and it's very warm. So yeah, I feel for you, Thorn. Like seriously, that
honestly,
sucks.
so my family, Spokane's basically North Idaho. It's not even really Washington. And out of my family, I could handle spicy food the most, and it's nothing. Nothing.
You know what? When I
compared
first
to what
met
she can
you,
handle.
it was a disappointment because I met you and you were like, I
Oh
like
my
spicy
God!
stuff.
Did you hear that? It was a disappointment because I met you.
No, when I
Oh
met,
my-
no, I didn't say cuz I met
Flip
you. When
that.
I met you was kind of a disappointment because you had told me he talked all this shit about how he likes spicy food, and I was like, okay. And then when like we were just hanging out with fucking hot salsa, that's all it was. You know, hot salsa is really not that spicy, just regular hot salsa that you get from the store. He could not handle. He was like, I'm dying. I was just like, are you serious?
Among my dumpster fire family, I could handle the most. Okay?
I just thought it was like, I was just like, you told me you like spicy food, and this is like spicy
I was
food.
very impressive for a group of people who thinks putting salt on potatoes is spicy.
But you remember I said, well, we're going to have like hot salsa, and you even said, yeah, that's good. I like spicy. I think you were trying to impress me. I was like, I don't know, because I was just like expecting you to actually like I met his family, and then we had like one time they had I think it was Taco Bell or something. We were hanging out with his family.
It was Taco Time.
And they were...
That's fancy.
No, because I remember we had fire sauce.
Oh.
And they were all like, oh my God, she's going to have fire sauce. I'm like, it's not even that spicy. What is wrong with y'all?
This
Like,
is before the Diablo sauce, so yeah.
yeah, it was before. I like Diablo sauce too. Jade said full Koreans are really kind of snobs about spicy to Caucasians. We've seen it a couple of times with Nord. But and then sometimes they don't expect that I'm going to like spicy, but then the Korean barbecue place that we go to, one of the women there was like, oh my gosh, can I adopt you?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was hilarious.
And
They gave me like their special like spicy kimchi.
the one that they keep for themselves.
Yeah. After
And they kept coming out and checking on her, and they like you'd see people peeking from the kitchen, like she's eating it.
I thought it was funny, but like my Japanese church when I was a kid, they used to actually rent part of the church from the Korean church, and we would go over there like after church and eat food with them, and I would always like gobble down all the kimchi there. So I was like pretty used to like real spicy kimchi. So yeah, I've had a lot of kimchi. It's kind of annoying, to be honest, because I don't look Korean at all, so I get tossed all kinds of flack from Koreans. Yeah, I can imagine. It happens to me too, because like I'm just quarter Japanese. So I get it a lot from Japanese people with certain things as well too. And I get double takes too when I'm hanging out with family and I don't look like them.
Awesome is correct. Well, people from the West are snobs about a lot of other things. That's
true. That's true.
How are you doing, Just Possum? Good to see you.
Hey, and that's a good point, Possum.
Nord, she still married you, so yeah. Who won there? Dude, so like first time we had like a dinner date. I invited her over and cooked a tri-tip on the grill, and it was her first time having tri-tip.
Never had tri-tip.
Mm-hmm. and that,
well, my family didn't eat a lot of red meat.
Mm-hmm.
So that I think that's probably why we hadn't had a lot of red meat. When I think
your
red
grandpa,
meat,
when he was
hamburger.
When your grandpa was doing stuff on the grill, it was like burgers.
Yeah, so we didn't.
He did fantastic burgers. I'm not knocking those burgers.
Yeah, but we just didn't.
Made you tri-tip, and you were like,
we ate a lot of fish and we ate a lot of chicken, but we didn't eat a lot of. I mean, sometimes we would eat red meat, but it was like very rare occasion. So yeah, we didn't have a lot of that. But then I met you, and you're like, brisket and freaking steak and tri-tip and all these fancy words I'd never really known anything about. Like, I guess we did do.
My grandma had a ranch.
I was gonna say we did do
really
meatloaf,
young.
but that's like hamburger.
Basically,
that's hamburger.
Basically,
Nord's tolerance is Taco Bell mild sauce.
No. I put on Diablo or Fire if I'm doing Taco Bell, but it's
not
just
a lot.
But yes, I'll put on like 1 or 2 packets. But she's She's like,
it's not spicy at all to me. It's just just a little bit of flavor to put on the.
When we were teenagers, we'd go to these punk shows. They'd be like just kind of like underground punk music stuff that'd be happening all over. And in order to get myself like in the mood right before going into the pit, I would have a fire sauce I'd squeeze into my mouth to get me really going.
Which is weird as hell, because I'm like, it's not even spicy. And he's using this stuff like it's like, you know. And by the way, Possum, yeah, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
It was my equivalent of Popeye spinach.
Yeah, it was funny. I thought it was hilarious, because I was like, this doesn't do anything for me.
It's good because it kickstarts your pain suppression.
Okay. It does nothing for me. I have a tolerance level, so it doesn't even work. Jalapenos are too hot for me in my old. Are you serious, Thorn? I do love jalapenos, but I don't feel like they're spicy unless you grill them.
Yes.
Then they become spicier, because I found that one out.
She found that one out.
But I do put jalapenos in like all sorts of food, because I like the flavor of jalapenos. I think jalapenos are very tasty.
You really love like pickled jalapenos?
I like pickled jalapenos. Oh yeah. And then put it on like and you can put it in mac and cheese. And it's even better if you put like crumbled bacon on your mac and cheese with the jalapenos. Oh,
by the time that it's no longer mac and cheese, because it's got enough toppings on it.
It's so good.
Hey,
like
Synab, how you doing? Did you like it? Did we like what?
Hey, Synab, how's it going? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day today.
Did I like the mild sauce? Mild's okay, if that's what you're referring to.
Go ahead.
I am celebrating today with a cold one. There are different kinds of spicy, and I can handle some, but I can't handle others. Oh, that's funny. She can't do wasabi. Or...
I can do wasabi. I can do wasabi now. There was a time when I couldn't do wasabi.
I got wasabi in the fridge if you want to prove it.
Why are you doing this to me? I swear to God. I swear to God. You know I can do wasabi. I've been eating the almond wasabi things, so I can do it now. But I've been eating wasabi almonds. So what do you do? What are you talking about? But yes, I had a hard time with wasabi.
No. She's gonna poo-poo on me about her ability to handle traditional spicy. I'm gonna poo-poo on her. I can handle wasabi, and I can handle horseradish a lot better than her, because it's the nose burn.
Horseradish doesn't taste good. I don't like the way horseradish
is freaking awesome.
It doesn't taste good. You told me that horseradish was like daikon. It's nothing like daikon.
No.
When I first met you, that's what you told me.
No, I said it was like wasabi.
No, and that's not what you told me. That's not what you told me. Anyways, I don't like horseradish, but not because
daikon has no spice.
I know, but that's what you had told me, but I think you didn't know anything about daikon at the time.
Oh, whatever. She's like when I first met you. She's making stuff up now. No, because when I first met you, you were acting like you knew all kinds of stuff about the food I was talking about, and then I found out you didn't know about the food that I was talking about. See, now she's just trying to crap all over me.
I was talking about Inari Zushi, and you didn't know anything about.
Yeah, I was not familiar.
But you said
I love Inari Zushi.
Yeah, you know what it is now.
Yes.
I love kimchi and I love Chinese spicy food. Possum says, but I stay away from Mexican food, and I just can't handle it because all I feel is spice. I do like spiciness. I'm okay with feeling just the spice though. If it has seeds in it, I can't take it. Thorn's saying, yep, the seeds is where the spice is at. So like, yeah, that makes sense. But if you want the flavor, take out the seeds and use it, because I like the flavor of jalapenos. I think they just taste really good. I just put jalapenos like on everything. Like I put it on pizza, I put it in tacos, nachos, everything, anything you can think of, I'll put it on. I like having it on everything, especially if there's cheese. I don't know what it is, but jalapenos and cheese together, it's so good.
It's a really good combo. I was roasting some jalapenos, so I did the blowtorch on it to get the nice charred layer, and then I kind of cooked them in a bit of oil in a pan, and that was the one time you couldn't handle jalapenos, because it was cooked in its own stuff, and it was just like pure capsaicin. Synab
said, eat some ghost peppers to start your day. Yeah, Nord, you go ahead and do that.
Well, and that'll be the end of me.
Thorn says, it makes my nose hurt really bad. Oh, really? The jalapenos? Okay, that's different. I feel like jalapenos is like spices back in my on my tongue, but that's different.
Jade's 100% right. The ranges on the Scoville scale are just all over the place. Like sometimes I've gotten habaneros that are just like, oh, this is pretty mild, and like a habanero that you might do with like a habanero mango salsa, something like that.
You got that for me, and I was like, this is not hot.
And then you get another one, and
mangoes.
It's just like it's just tears coming out of my eyes.
Yeah, habaneros are kind of spicy. I feel like I have to be careful with the hot. That's when it starts getting a little bit too hot. And ghost peppers, yeah, that's when it's like a little bit too much heat for me, I think. I don't think I would go like maybe when I was younger I might have been more adventurous and probably tried like ghost peppers, but now I'm too scared of like ghost peppers. I think that's probably you're allergic to wasabi, Possum. Oh, okay.
Damn.
I'm sorry to hear
I'm
that.
sorry. I love wasabi.
Thorn said jalapenos burn my mouth but make my nose feel like I got punched. Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
That
sounds really uncomfortable. Jade said, so you can end up with peppers way closer to the next heat level. Yeah, it's I don't know.
We don't need that. We don't need that.
Those little almost black red ones that sometimes come in like
Chipotle?
Certain Szechuan dishes.
I
ate
know what you're talking
I ate one of
about.
those whole. And
Those
oh my god,
hot.
that was one of the hottest experiences I'd ever had.
Why did you eat it? When was it? Was this when we were living in Spokane? When we were like, we just moved into our first apartment?
And we went down to that one place?
Yeah, was it that place?
I think that's what it could have been. I don't remember which time it was, but I remember I ate it because everything else in the dish was just mildly spicy.
I remember when you made the bean, was it bean soup, and you made it with chipotle.
Oh my
so
god!
You guys,
do
you
not ever do what I did.
In cans,
oh my god!
And Nord was like, "Oh yeah, it's got this smoky flavor.
I love the smoky
chipotle is really good."
Taste.
But he got the can, and he put like the whole can. I think actually two, maybe it was 2 cans. I don't know what you did.
Can.
And like it was basically looked like blood, and like I ate it because I was like, oh god, this is so good. And then I got to the second bowl because I was like, this is so good. But I was like, you know what? I can only eat half of this. I'm realizing it's burning my stomach.
Yeah.
And like, I think it was like
you could like feel the temperature that was being put off your stomach.
It was bad. I was like, okay, so you put in a lot of chipotle in this because
I learned
never
later on
experienced that before.
That you just add a little bit.
Like it was.
But I added a whole. I mean, it was a little can. I was like, you know, sure, that should be fine. I was kind of making up the recipe as I went, and I should have been tasting as I went too.
Yeah,
and that was a mistake.
Yeah, it was. I don't think I've even like had a soup that spicy ever. Like a lot of the Korean soups that I've had are pretty spicy, but that chipotle stuff that you made was probably the spiciest soup I think I've ever had.
Yeah,
like ever. It was. I've never felt my stomach just like do that before. That was so weird. It was a weird experience.
The entire kitchen and going on over to the bedroom, it was just like it was burning in there.
Oh, you use those peppers in a lot, Jade? Well, you are brave.
Okay, well,
I like the flavor.
We're gonna be cautious if we ever come to Colorado and visit you.
Like I just need a little bit, not a lot. Oh my gosh, a
little bit goes a long way with those.
Yeah, it really does.
But I love that smoky flavor that it imparts too.
Thorn
really
said,
good.
Shredded coconut and celery make my jaw hurt and they lock up. Okay, that's different too. I'm really sensitive to certain things. Okay. I've never
had that response.
I've never heard of that before. That's interesting.
That would be new to me.
Pasta, but in general, I'm Eastern European, so I won't pretend that I can handle spicy food. I'm like Nord. I handle it best among my family, but that is probably nothing compared for people who eat actual spicy food. Brandon, hi! Happy Friday Eve. How are you doing? It's
Cheers,
good to
Brandon.
See you.
Happy Friday Eve.
I hope you're having a good
Possum
day today.
said, I found out that I was allergic to wasabi at work during lunch.
Oh, God. That's not a good experience.
Okay, what kind of allergic reaction? Like, does your throat
Oh my gosh,
swell
that would
up?
be
Like,
really freaking
that would have
terrible. I feel bad for you.
Oh, God, that would suck. Hey, guys, this is great.
Thank you, Jade, for saying you would dial it back for us.
I use a whole can in chili and mole. Oh, my God.
That might be too much.
How much mole sauce are you making, girl?
Here is the thing. I love the flavor of it, and I can just eat it. The problem is the afterwards when it's burning in your freaking stomach after it's been there for a little bit. That's the problem for me.
Seriously.
like I can eat it, but yeah, I don't know why afterwards it's just so hot in your stomach. I've never experienced that with anything that spicy.
Thorn stays away from Jade's food. You know what? If you like have an issue with people stealing your food at work, that's what you do right there.
Actually, yeah.
You just look for the person who's crying later. That's who took my food. That's who took my food.
That's funny.
Honestly though, how much mole sauce are you making if you're adding a whole can? Because I love mole sauce.
I love mole.
But like I'm normally making like, you know, a smallish pot of it. Not enough to justify a whole can of that. So I'm kind of scared. Like, if you're using, like, a small pot and you're adding that much, so it's like, oh, God.
The local place that we go to puts, like, peanut butter and chocolate, I think, in it. Isn't that what they put in it? Peanut butter and chocolate?
They definitely have some dark chocolate. They have hints of coffee, which I'm not a big coffee fan.
I think they have peanut butter in it,
I think they have peanut butter, too.
It's really good, though. I'm just like, what is this stuff? It's so good.
Mix that they have.
Ah, I love it. Cocoa, yes. Yes, I love mole sauce. It's like my favorite thing. Oh my God.
Let's take a little bit of everything you love and then put it on top of food that you love.
That's true.
Yes.
I'll probably die.
I'm not going to say no.
Pawson said my throat swells up and I felt my sinuses were also swollen.
Oh, geez.
It was difficult to breathe, and also like lining of my throat and sinuses was burning for days. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Did you have to go to the hospital?
That sounds terrible.
Jeez.
I need to be careful eating sushi. Guess who just got employed by a company that produces sushi? Are you serious?
Okay.
That's freaking funny. Okay, that's funny.
Oh wow. So can you handle a little bit of it? Is it like one of those proportionate?
Get that lunch, Jade.
Is it like one of those proportionate?
Get that Chipotle sauce. Keep them people away from your food.
Oh my God. Is it one of those proportionate allergic reactions? Like you get a little bit and you're fine, but like if you increase the amount, it goes real bad? Because Hazzie had a friend who was allergic to chocolate, and she would push it to the point.
She liked chocolate, but she would have an allergic like she would have to go to the ER when she ate it.
Yeah, she would be like, I'm just gonna have this much today. I won't have to go to the ER. And it was just like, okay, girl, you do you. But oh man.
Okay, you go ahead. I'm actually forgot to do so. That's why I'm doing this right now. Do you want to jump into notes for like Mechajammer, or what do you want to talk about?
Yes. I can pull that up.
So we usually do our Geeky Talk portion where sometimes we have some things that are focused, but today I'm just really thrown off by everything because Twitch is not working for us for some reason. There was no live notification from Twitch. And then like for some reason, like on our side for the website was not updating with the correct game. I still see War Tales on my side, but I've updated it. When I'm on my stream manager, it says that I've put in Heavenly Bodies and all that. So I don't know what's going on with all that.
Oh my gosh. Just Possum said, I did not go to the hospital, but my doc later told me that I should have. I just thought I had that reaction because it was too spicy for me. Oh my gosh. Well, be careful, Possum. Oh, geez. So I can handle a small amount on something, but not much. Okay, yeah. And Thorn, Jade at work? Would you like to play a game? Yeah. Hey, who wants to try some of my food? Says Jade. Anyway, live notifications doesn't work for me 90% of the time. Yeah, I know. It's
really.
I don't know. I don't know what's up. It's weird. I'm gonna try something here actually. And let me exit Twitch entirely and then reopen it. And see if that actually changes it back to the way it's supposed to be.
I'm gonna try one more time.
Hazzie's gonna try. So.
Yeah, it's saying...
No, it's War Tales. War Tales it is, folks.
Wait a second. Here we go.
All right, that's fine-ish. Yes, Naya, she is a mermaid.
Hi.
Or a unicorn. She's a beautiful,
Hi,
beautiful
Naya.
mythical
Good to see
creature.
you. Okay, it's updating. Okay, that's nice. Maybe it was just like weirdness happening. I don't know.
Horseradish alcohol. Yes, on accident.
It updated for me. Did it update for you? It just did. I just redid everything.
It just did.
Okay.
Well, I guess 12 tries a charm or something.
I don't know why.
That's how it works.
Working.
So my grandma used to make horseradish. She was a cook, but she also like dabbled in making a little bit of everything. She lived like off grid in Montana, blah 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 blah, all that,
yeah,
sort of stuff.
Really pretty place. Really, really pretty place. I love visiting that area. Whenever we go there, really, really pretty. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's beautiful. It was by the west side of Glacier National Park. Specifically, her property was overlooking Flathead Lake, which is a beautiful area. Anyways, so she would make horseradish, and basically everybody'd have to leave the house while it was happening. Otherwise, your eyes were burning and stuff. Anyway, she made a bit of horseradish alcohol for a friend or whatever. But I really grew up liking horseradish because she was making it a fair amount of the time, and so I went to add more horseradish to something I was eating, and I got the horseradish alcohol, and I added I added the stuff to my food, and I was like, this is
I've
weird.
I've never heard of anything like that. That sounds
I was like, this is
wild.
I was like, this is weird. It tastes like it, but it has it's different. Like, it doesn't have the consistency, the pastiness or whatever. Yeah. And I was just like, whatever. So I drank some to make sure it was still the same. And and I was feeling a little weird because I was just this little 5-year-old who was like, I was very short and light, so I was probably like 40 or 50 pounds. And here I was drinking horseradish alcohol and getting pretty messed up on it.
Maybe that's why you like horseradish so much. Did you think of that?
Yeah. 5. Yeah.
People here legit drink horseradish vodka as a medication. I stay away from it. I am afraid that it will cure my cold and then make my stomach bleed or something.
Yeah. Hey, you have no congestion because all the mucus is going through the hole that was burned in your esophagus and stomach.
Oh my god, I learned something today. Like, I did not even know that was a thing.
What?
Horseradish vodka or horseradish vinegar. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So I learned something new. I mean, why not? There's like plum vinegar and there's plum wine. So like, why not horseradish? Because I was going to say, my grandmother used to make lots of plum wine. Yeah, I used to make lots of plum. Yeah, some kind of plum alcohol, and we would drink it for our stomachs when we were kids. But it was an alcohol she would make. But yeah, I don't. Why not do the horseradish? I don't see a reason why. If it can ferment, then you can make alcohol. Is where I see it. So why not?
Yes. Yeah, Possum. I was pretty out of it. Is all I know. My grandma was like, "What have you been drinking?" And I had responded. All I know is I had responded. But
maybe not very well. I don't know.
But so my grandma used to make like cider with a cider press, and then there'd also be alcoholic cider and stuff, and so like as a kid I would just like get into stuff. But then again, I was a goofy kid. When I wasn't able to walk yet, and I was able to walk at 8 months, so it must have been like
I like some plum wine. Yes.
Hazy Japanese plum wine is the best.
Yeah, it's good.
She loves it.
Yeah.
Hazzie has a minor allergic reaction to all alcohol.
Yeah, that's true. I do.
You get the Asian glow.
I have genetics, so it's like I'm sensitive to alcohol, so I have to be careful on how much that I actually drink because I have a sensitivity to it. My grandmother gets the same way, so does my dad.
If she combines it with like, say she's had a cheesy meal and then has a dessert
oh god,
with
I
chocolate,
can barely breathe.
Then it all adds up.
I can barely breathe. I can barely walk. It's like, it's real bad. It's I start wheezing because I can't explain. It's like my heart rate goes up, and I don't know, my ability to breathe it's harder. So I have to like kind of I can feel when it's like getting bad, so I can have some, but I have to be very careful and pay attention to how much I'm having. That's like the only thing that I really get that reaction to is alcohol. And you know what's funny? Malt alcohols seem to be the worst for me. I don't know why, but I feel like I get that reaction a lot more quickly if it's a malt like alcohol. Like whenever this says malt liquor or something like that. I don't know why that happens, but it does. Because I always thought I was thinking like, this can't be that bad because they don't look like, you know, like. Do you remember? Okay, this ages me. Is this gonna
date you?
This ages me, but I remember back in the day when people used to drink like Zima. I think it's Zima. I remember I went to go. I
remember because when I was getting stuff ready for the parties, I would get you the fuzzy navels.
Yeah.
And I would get you Zimas and stuff.
Zima would like. I noticed like automatically like I get that reaction. I don't know why, but Zimas used to always do that to me. So I stopped drinking those because of that reaction. I was like, it's probably better that I like don't do that because it's probably not good for me. But yeah,
you're probably she loved malts or like malt in a milkshake, and so you're probably like, yeah, malt.
I try to avoid drinking so much possum to the point where I get a hangover. I'm a dork. Okay. I am the person that you will see have like tons of water with my alcohol because I don't like getting hungover. But if you drink a lot of water, a lot of the side effects that you get from drinking alcohol, you can avoid them if you drink tons of water and you stay hydrated. Also, if you have a little bit of something to eat, I've noticed kind of helps too. But a lot of those side effects is mainly because people are not staying hydrated because I guess alcohol dehydrates you pretty quickly. So yeah.
I'm really high percentage Irish, so I was born in alcohol. I was pickled. And so
that's why you look so young for your age. Like, you have to keep that beard on because they'll be like, "You're a baby." Like, that's why.
That's true. When I used to shave, she'd be like, "You need to grow something on that. You look way too young."
It's true. Without your beard, you have a baby face, and I'm just like, "You're too young for me. Put the beard back on, please."
Well, when we first met, she thought I was way older than her
because of the beard. Yes, I thought you were way older than me when I first met you.
Like 8 months younger than you.
Yeah. It's true. I am Eastern European. I can drink, but it's nothing if you don't hydrate. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Our people have that in common.
Yeah. Okay. So while Possum talks, I think we should start jumping into what we were going to be talking about. So I was going to bring up Lunar New Year sale, y'all.
Woo!
Started today. It lasts until February 3rd. So if you missed out during the winter sale on some stuff, right now might actually be like a good time to try to find some of the games that you wanted that you missed out during the winter sale. I feel like these sales are always happening, so I don't necessarily feel rushed to get anything. But I might check out to see if maybe some of the things that we want to pre-order or whatever, like Warhammer 3 or whatever, might be on sale. I don't know if it is. But yeah, I don't think I don't have like anything in mind for buying over on it right now because we have basically everything I want. So
I feel so stocked on games right now.
Yeah, I do too. And then there's
February
a bunch of new ones
lot of new releases coming out. Like February.
Yeah, dude. Warhammer Total War 3, and then Lost Ark, and then CK3, their Royal Court DLC.
And that's just the stuff that we're looking at.
And
for other people, there's Elden Ring and all this sort of stuff.
Elden Ring's coming out way later, though. Later this year. Not February, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it is.
February?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I guess you're right. 24th. I was thinking it was coming out way later than
No.
February.
February is like redonkulous.
This is one that we were gonna play too because they have cooperative. And then also later in January, Monster Hunter Rise just came out too, and that's another one that we have on our list, but we're kind of waiting for it to go on sale. But I'm not like in a hurry to get to it because once Lost
there's
Ark,
so many games.
Yeah, well, once Lost Ark is out, like I'm going deep into Lost Ark. Like nothing matters. Phone calls don't matter. Calls from parents don't matter. They're dead, so whatever. Like
you only get spam calls, and you don't have parents. So those were two bad examples.
If somebody knocks on my door, it doesn't fucking matter. Something's on fire.
She doesn't answer the door. She sends me.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, fires. That.
You can take care of that. I'll keep gaming.
Okay.
Like, I will stay. The fire could be around me. I am staying here. I am playing Lost Ark.
I will use the excavator to dig a fire break around you. You'll be safe.
But yeah, so I guess Elden Ring's coming out as well on the February 17th. Warhammer Total War 3 is coming out.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess there's a lot of stuff like that's going to be coming out. I think we're going to go through these like really, really quick. Like, I don't want to go through like heavily into all of these because so next week we're planning on doing like a hardcore week. If y'all want to drop by during our hardcore week, we're going to
drop by.
Streaming 5 days. We'll be streaming 5 days next week. And I'm going to try to get on stream earlier than normal. So you might see me around. I'm going to try for 10 o'clock in the morning.
She's a morning person. She'll be on and then I'll get up eventually.
And so, Lost Ark's not going to be out that week, but that's the reason we're doing this because once Lost Ark comes out, it's going to be harder to like catch up with some of our showcases because we would like to get further into the games we've showcased for Indie Game Collective and also previewed for TSI.
Right.
So I'm thinking we'll start on Monday. I'll get up at around 10 a.m. Maybe earlier if I'm ready earlier, but I don't know if I will be. And then I will start a game and start playing it until Nord gets here. We'll take a kind of a break and do kind of our Geeky Talk segment and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. And then
hit up those games.
And then we'll do more gaming until like I'm tired and then I will probably leave and then Nord will finish up the stream and that's kind of how that's going to be planned for next week. We're going to do this like once every 3 months.
Yeah. Every quarter we're going to be doing this.
The reason being is because when we do these showcases, we only get like 3, 4, sometimes 5. Like when somebody gets addicted to a game like War Tales got a lot of hours for Nord because he really liked War Tales, but we would like to have more time into these games because a lot of these games I also want to do reviews for and I want to do more content for, but I feel like I need to get some more hours into them. So that's the reason we're doing that. And also the reason we're doing it this next coming week is because once Lost Ark is here, I'm just not going to be doing that.
We don't know what's going to happen with time frames
exactly.
after that point. Zorn, path is February 4th. Early start Lost Ark 11th. The early start for Lost Ark is the 8th.
Yes. Early start for Lost Ark is the 8th.
The regular start for Lost Ark is the 11th.
Yeah, regular start. Regular start is the 11th. So yeah. So you might have some contradicting times. Yeah, it might be worse. So I'm not doing path, so it ain't a problem for me, but you got to manage your damn time. Productivity, boy.
I'm not playing path, so good fucking luck.
Hey, I am playing CK3, and CK3, the Royal Court, is out the exact same time as Lost Ark. So,
I do really look forward to playing with you on Lost Ark, though, Zorn. If anybody else is interested,
we need to figure out. Okay, so this is the thing: when Lost Ark comes out, we need to figure out which freaking servers we're gonna go to. Like, this is something I have not thought about. Like, are we doing West Coast servers? Are we doing East Coast servers? Like, most of our friends are East Coast. Like, that's just the God honest truth. We don't have a lot of West Coast friends. I've noticed. Jade is West Coast. Jade's more mountain time, but I consider mountain time West Coast.
Californians are dicks, and Washington.
Don't say that's not true. I don't think Californians are dicks.
Oregon people are stuck up.
That's not. Listen to him.
I've been a Washingtonian my whole life, and we are a stuck up group of people.
I mean,
I'm serious.
There is the Seattle freeze and stuff, and maybe y'all can change his mind if you are from Washington or maybe you don't care and you want to. That's fine, but but I kind of know what you're saying because like I have had a harder time here making friends in this state, but I don't want to like count it. Like I don't want to count everybody out. So like but I'm just saying I think East Coast is probably going to be better because most of our friends are in East Coast, and then West Coast. But like I don't know, we need to figure out what server is kind of like the issue, and then we have a lot of international friends, and East Coast would work better for them than West Coast.
Zorn's saying he thinks it's only NA as a server. So North America in general, rather than broken down by
I have no idea. I have no idea, but we were looking at this guild called Strats Co. So they've been doing lots of other MMOs. This guild has, and they have it split up with East and West Coast already. Before Lost Ark has come out, they're already like organizing, and so that's why I was assuming there's going to be an East Coast server and a West Coast server. I don't know how all that's going to work though.
I think it would probably make sense for us to play with coasters because there's much more like
we have a lot more friends too. I feel like that East Coast is just works better for our friends, and so if East Coast works better for our friends, we'll do East Coast.
Naya lurking. Thank you for the lurk,
thank
Naya.
you for the lurk, Naya. We appreciate it.
Thorn is gonna plan her early release snacks for Lost Ark Day. She got planned. Snacks sound good.
I don't have anything planned. I'm just gonna grab whatever food we got. Maybe I should start planning. Now I feel bad. I didn't even plan snacks. I was expecting Nord to give me snacks.
Planned out poop socks. So I mean, that's.
Oh my god, I don't want to talk about that. That's gross. But Zorn says, well, I have to go east, especially if I PvP.
Yeah.
That I get it. You can't PvP on West? I mean, I guess everybody would be like your times are off with the PvP. And I don't know how PvP really like I know they have like arenas.
The 3v3 is the big thing.
I'm not as I might try PvP, but I'm not as interested in PvP as I am with the PvE because I think there's so much in PvE. I think I'll be happy with it, and I don't really care. But the nice thing is with that game, I don't know what it is, but with Lost Ark, I feel like the character it reminds me of how it moves. It reminds me of a MOBA. Like it reminds me of Heroes of the Storm.
Yes.
So maybe I would like it if it was PvP because I did enjoy Heroes of the Storm, but I'm not sure. So, but we'll see. We'll see when it comes down. So I guess the plan is if they do have East Coast, we will go East Coast because majority of our friends are East Coasters anyways. Everybody that's like comes and hangs out in the community is usually East Coast. We don't have a lot of West Coasters.
Which time zone is Illinois in?
Middle. Central.
It's Central?
Is it?
That makes sense. It makes sense that it would be Central.
I was like middle of the freaking United States. Will there be multiple servers? There will be multiple regions. North America East, North America West. Wait, North America East, North America West, and Central Europe with servers for those regions.
Oh.
Yeah, Thorn's Central. So Thorn can is in kind of the middle range. So she's like Texas time because when we were Texas, we were Central time too. So yeah. So I think East Coast would probably be better.
when we were playing New World, we were on an Eastern server, and the difference wasn't that bad. So
also it works better for me because I go to bed early. Do you understand what I mean? So I actually kind of on an East Coast time, whether I like it or not.
Yeah, no, actually, I've been fond of that too. So like when they're doing stuff, it's like a good time for us.
Yeah, it kind of works out for it. Since we stream like earlier in the day anyways, that I think that makes more sense. But yeah, so okay, East Coasters, we love y'all. Y'all win, apparently. So
congrats, East Coast.
I don't know why we get along with y'all east of us.
I'm going back to that tangent though. Seriously, if you come in here, it's the I-5 corridor. Basically, it's Portlandia. Everything from like right at the Canadian border on down to like Eugene, Oregon. Talk to those people. They all love going out and going on hikes and hanging out in parks. Wave at one of them, nod at one of them. They will avoid eye contact.
Well, I mean, unless you're out in the rural areas, like where we're at, people don't do that.
That's why I was saying I-5 corridor.
I guess we're not on the I-5 corridor, no. So that might be what it is.
But I'm just saying they call it the Seattle freeze, and it's because people here just like they just freeze other people out. But if you get like Washington State history or Oregon State history as classes, it literally tells you that we're the best states. They're like, well, it's always like, look at these other states making stupid mistakes.
Texas history, and like it's so funny. You and I, we were kind of like talking about this recently, about my experiences with when I took Texas history and when you took Washington history, and you said you remember people saying like, "Oh, we're the best," and you asked me about Texas, and I'm like, no, like when we were doing history, I remember being taught like we actually did some fucked up things, and we didn't say like, oh, hate yourselves or anything, but we said when we were learning it, we're like, yeah, we like Texas had some messed up stuff in their history. Yeah, exactly.
Whereas Washington State history, even though there's been like mass slaughters of Native people here, including places that are named after it, like we lived by Hangman Gulch. Yeah. Why did it get that name? Well, the Spokane tribe, so many people, or so many of the tribe members hung there. Yeah. Anyways, like Washington State history was always like, yeah, but we didn't do it like those others.
Yeah, but then
it was when always I moved looking up down here, on other states
when I moved
and how
up
we were
here
better.
To Washington State, they were like, yeah, your Texas State history, we're not going to count it as a credit. And like when I moved up here during high school, and I had to take Washington history with a bunch of 9th graders when I was like a junior in high school.
It was always about treating everybody from the South and the Midwest as if like they just discovered book technology.
It was so weird.
Like, so were you using really stone tablets for your educational process there? and then the East, it was just like, yeah, whatever. They're okay, yeah, I guess.
It's like a real thing. I mean, I've heard other people. So I watch a streamer who's actually who actually lives here in Washington State. You probably know who I'm probably referring to. And she even brings up the weird stuff that it compared to here to like Texas. Like she actually brought up those two states, and I'm like, yeah, I grew up in Texas, and then coming to Washington State, like there is a like mental shift that you kind of have to do because of like, I don't know what it is, like in Texas, like people aren't, I don't know how to put this, they're just not as pretentious.
Yes.
So, and I always had like, I would always meet people in Texas and make friends very easily, but then I come to Washington State and I don't know what it is like. They're like,
everybody in Washington and Oregon is lying on their resumes and any other professional business information. And then also, and like there's exaggeration levels, which is basic, and then there's people who are just making shit up. and that's
but remember, this might be a generalization too. I don't want to say everybody's like that, but these are just general experiences that I've had and I've seen.
40 years of experience here in the state.
So like that's kind of what I've noticed. I don't know why, but like even that one streamer who I like to watch, and she's from the state, has even said like when people they're looking for like a D&D group, and they'd go to this, because she used to work in this comic book shop like in near Seattle or something, and is
there a reason you're avoiding her name?
No, it's that bronze girl.
Yeah, that bronze girl. She's awesome.
Anyways,
check her out if you haven't.
What was it? Okay, so she was working at a comic book shop or something,
yes.
And somebody would come in and be like, yeah, so I'm from like Michigan and I'm looking for a new D&D group because I just moved here, blah 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 blah. And she would even be like, okay, she wouldn't say anything, but she was thinking like okay, good luck with that, because you're never going to make any friends, because people here just stay, like it's like they meet people when they're kids and they just stay in those friend groups for forever, and they just don't let anybody new in. And it's really true.
Unless they upgrade in their social circles, in which case they push everybody else out. And then they're like, new economic connection people are who I hang out with now.
But the thing is if you go away from like Seattle and you go to like some of the smaller towns, it's not like that. People are a lot more what, normal, or what I consider normal after living in
that's why I'm
Texas.
saying it's the I-5 corridor or Portlandia, however you want to call it.
It's true. It's Portland.
And honestly, as soon as you get on the other side of the Canadian border, it drops.
Yeah.
Like I've been up there to Vancouver a number of times, and it's just like it's completely different as soon as you get across the border, even though everything else is the same.
Yeah. East Coast has a stronger internet backbone system, if that helps. Hey, I don't know, but I like East Coasters too, because, like, okay, I have to say, growing up, I always thought East Coasters, I think, tough New Yorkers kind of thing, or, Jersey people. And you know what? I went into the military, and I met all these East Coasters, y'all, and they were so freaking cool, but one of them, like, I remember this one girl, Datsko was her name. She kind of talked tough, and I was kind of scared of her. But like, I started hanging out with her, and she ended up being like, you know what? I like you. And I was like, and she's from Jersey, and I was just like, she is like the coolest person I had ever met. Even though when I first met her, I was kind of scared of her because she talked all tough, and I was like, is she gonna beat me up? But no, she was cool. She was cool with me, and then I met a lot of other East Coasters, and they're cool with. It seems like with East Coasters, as long as you're an honest person and you're like a straight talker or whatever, I feel like that they tend to be really cool with you, which is cool because I tend to be a pretty genuine person, I think, or I try to be.
They see right through bullshitters.
Yeah, and so I try to be a genuine person when I'm meeting people, and I guess they appreciate that because I've gotten along with so many East Coasters. So yeah, I don't know, but over here in the West Coast, I haven't had as much luck. So, whatever. We haven't discovered fire over here, don't you know? Oh God. Don't you know? Zorn has a link. I don't know anything about it. Just be careful because we've been having issues.
Zorn's trying to set me up here.
What is
it? It's America's fiber optic network. Well, dude, that's because, like, if you look at the areas that it doesn't have covered, it's because nobody lives there. Like everybody west.
Doesn't Thorn live in
everybody west? No, I'm talking about the west.
Oh,
everybody west of the Rockies lives on the coast, pretty much. Like entire swaths are basically.
Yeah, that's true.
With minimal.
That's true.
Minimal population.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Like Spokane, my hometown, was like the big city between like Minnesota and Seattle.
When people tell me that they
not big at
all. The Spokane's large, I'm just like, oh, you are not. You are from more inland, aren't you?
You'd go meet like. You know how like a lot of teenagers and like 20-somethings want to get out of their town and go to somewhere big and have opportunities.
Yeah.
In Montana, in parts of Oregon, all of Idaho, they'd be like, I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna go to Spokane. It's just like Spokane's a shithole.
Everybody that lived in Spokane though was all about getting out of Spokane. I remember like talking about moving to Seattle, and then I was talking about moving to Portland. And then, like nobody wanted to live in Spokane.
I mean, unless you want a major career in meth labs and hey,
they've got a large medical stuff. I mean, there's a lot of retired people there.
That's true.
So if you're like in the medical field, I feel like that might be a good place to go.
Yeah.
And Gonzaga is there, which is not a terrible school. So, they've got.
Okay, so Spokane was doing their new slogan that they wanted to do, and it was because it used to be close to nature, close to perfect. And
it used to be. But now all their fish have died off in the rivers. Like it's not really close to nature.
They got like fish statues by the rivers, but there's no fish that can survive in them because it's too hot. Because of
pollution,
all the diversion and
Yeah.
Anyways, the big push was to change it to Spokane, kind of gross. Like how there's like the keep Portland weird and stuff, and it's just like keep Spokane kind of gross.
Saying keep Portland weird, that's fine. I think that's positive, but keep Spokane kind of gross is like it's more negative. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why I don't like it. I don't know why that would be pushed for, but you know.
It is a gross town too.
I mean,
gross.
I don't know. Anyways, I'm not gonna stay.
If you're into stabbing,
for forever,
it's a great city though.
Okay.
I'm just saying, there's not very many shootings. There's tons of stabbings.
I love how you bring up these things and like people don't know what you're talking about when you say that, and so like somebody walks in and they're like, "What?" You know what I mean? Like I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways,
whenever I hear somebody that's like, "Yeah, I've been in Spokane," my next question is, "How many times have you been stabbed?" I've only been stabbed once. For somebody that lived, okay, I've only been stabbed where it pierced the skin once. I had a really nice leather jacket that blocked a lot of others. But anyway.
Okay, old man. Anyways, I wanted to bring up, so I guess the captain got an update or something and it patched. So the captain we are going to be playing next week, y'all. So they added some Steam cards. So that's kind of cool.
And achievements.
Steam integration and achievements. I didn't realize there weren't. I thought there were achievements. Anyways, and also some bug fixes.
Yep.
I really wish they would have written down what the bug fixes were, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the captain got some updates, and we're going to be playing that next week. Also, it looks like Tribes of Midgard got some patch notes. We're not going to stay on these like very long because
we're just mentioning what we're.
So that's pretty cool. I don't know when we'll be getting into Tribes of Midgard again, since we're going to be getting into Lost Ark, but I'm glad that they're still working on this. This has been a really fun game.
Zorn's gonna freaking get that cloning technology going. See, what we need to do.
You accidentally stabbed yourself as a kid? Are you serious? Like, what did you do?
You're gonna have to explain that, Zorn.
More than once? Did you do this? I hope you did.
What were you doing?
If you did this intentionally and this is a self-harm thing, please don't. I don't want to talk about it on Twitch. But if it's an accident, because you said accidentally, wait, what? How did you accidentally stab yourself? Like what? Like I don't do that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say anything though, because I'm the kid who like put a rock in a socket more than once because I was like, did that really just happen? Yeah, because I wanted to make sure it does actually shock you. I didn't know I just wanted to know what it was like to get shocked, I guess, or I don't know what I was thinking. I put one in, I wasn't really thinking. I was kind of got buzzed. Well, I was like, that wasn't that bad, so I tried it again, and then it was really bad, and so yeah.
So what I used to do, because there'd be all these like cattle fences, and I would go and I would grab, because you have to touch a ground wire and the electric wire to get zapped from an electric fence, and so I would grab onto the one, and then I would loosen my grip, and then I'd touch the other one, and I would be like, "See, I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't an electric fence." And then I'd get other kids to come up, and then they'd try and zap the crap out of themselves. And so
that's me, but
so I'd be like
terrible too.
I'd be like, all my elementary school friends would be like, "How are you immune to electricity?" And it's like, I don't know. I'm just I got special rubber sole shoes or something. It was just like.
Zorn said, "Well, one time, aliens was an influence. One time was ninja moves in the mirror."
Oh my god. Okay.
Gotcha. That's funny though.
Oh.
Okay. Next thing is Don't Starve is celebrating the year of the Catcoon. So
it was the Carrot. Last time.
Yeah. Last year was the year of the Carrot. But yeah, this time it's the Catcoon. So it looks like they did a few bug fixes.
Ooh.
Of course, there's gonna be like new things, like
all sorts of new collectibles.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and new Twitch drops, which so go watch some Twitch streams that are doing some Don't Starve, y'all. If
not right now. Jeez, Hazzie.
I would.
Better marketing. Well, stick around here.
Well, we might. When we do Don't Starve, I usually have drops on when we do Don't Starve, but we haven't done Don't Starve in a while. because like I said before, it's kind of a rageful game for Nord, and so I feel like we've kind of been falling more back on Tribes of Midgard because you don't really rage as much. You have raged before, but not as bad as you do with Don't Starve. So yeah, I don't know when we'll be bringing this one back, but
not that bad. We don't have to plan around my rage.
We do.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes.
You said 2 hours. So you can only do that game for 2 hours.
Hey, that's just me saying. I have healthy boundaries. That's what that is. Anyways, I was actually good at it, but whoops once. Hey, that's all it takes is one whoops when you got something really sharp. Hazzie is ridiculously good with throwing stars, especially the hard ones. So like if you got a 3 or 4-pointer, or like even more than that. You got multiple options for getting them to stick. Hazzie's good at those ones that have like the tassel, and then
I'm not even trying. I don't know.
Or the ones that are single point. I don't know how she does it. I'm always like ding, and I'll hit it against the back.
I just throw it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
You got the instincts for it.
I don't know. I just throw it kind of like, I don't know how to explain it other than like I used to skip rocks as a kid. I don't know. I think that's the only thing.
Ooh, okay. Did you go through the bone or did you just hit the bone?
Oh God.
Jeez.
That's bad.
Well, I guess there's a third time when I was at work. I was chopping veggies and I heard a sound similar to hitting wood. That's when I found hitting bone with a knife sounds like wood. Hit the bone. Okay. Oh, at least you didn't go through. Jesus, dude. Oh.
Anyways.
Segue to something else, quick! All right, so Mechajammer, we've been really all about. They're getting ready to do their first major, like, they're going to be going to 1.1 here soon. But this is their, this is probably their last patch where it's just really dealing with the bugs and stuff before they introduce new content. They've integrated the tutorial into the game rather than kind of having it separate from it. They got a number of different UI changes that have been fixed. They covered a lot of gameplay bugs. It's looking pretty decent.
Also, they've made it so that you can remap your keys because that was something you couldn't do before.
Yes.
So I know a lot of people are really
so nice.
freaking happy about that. So
one of the big things that I'm really happy about, increased XP gain from allying gangs to balance with destroying gangs. Because the first time I was just like, I'm going to kill everybody in this gang. And I was just getting tons of XP and I was like, this is nice. Yeah. This is nice. Who knew going to war with a gang is so productive? But the next time I was going through, I was allying with every gang, and I was like, who am I going to grind XP on?
Yeah.
So anyways.
So yeah, so that is, I'm looking forward to, we are going to do
You like
some
Mechajammer, Brandon? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's probably, that'll be one of the ones that we do next week as well. And
I thought I was waiting until March or
Hazzie's waiting until March,
or maybe
but
late February. But yeah,
Hazzie's waiting until March.
It can be one of the ones
I'm itching to get back into it.
I just want to make sure they hash out all the bugs before I get into it, because it'll just make it my play a little bit more smooth because I had so many bugs happen to me that I was just like, I gotta take a break from this and I will come back to it after I've given it more time. So, but I don't know if I'll be doing this one next week. Maybe. We'll see where we're at next week once we do our hardcore week. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, see, getting stabbed and getting sliced are two different things, though, Zorn. Like if you're talking about slicing, then that's one thing. But I'm like, like a thrusting blade attack is what I'm talking about specifically. Because I
can't believe we're talking about this. This is wild that we're talking about it.
Well, in general,
it's not an everyday experience.
In general, like people who are getting attacked by people with knives or people that are in knife fights or anything like that, there isn't a lot of slicing happening so much. It's normally stabbings. That's why they call it that. I think I have a negative score.
Okay.
All right. Well, here we go. We're gonna get into horribly uncoordinated stuff, and we haven't played this game in several weeks, so it's going to start out even poorer than it could have. and just watch the hilarity ensue, because it's going to.
I'm really bad at this game. I'm not good at it. Why is it not showing up on OBS?
It's
okay,
showing up.
Okay.
Showing up.
I was like, if it's not, I was like, of course not, because nothing is working today. So it seems like everything though is. I see Wartail still on my left, but on the other one I see Heavenly Bodies for the category. So hopefully
I see it. It looks fine.
you see it on yours? Okay. It's
He's
probably just over here or something. I don't know why nothing's been working today.
I'm gonna actually run this.
Maybe because it's
here,
Thursday.
so it's pulling it out.
Thursdays always seem to be don't always seem to go so like smoothly for me. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do some Heavenly Bodies. You know something we've been talking about is
What?
doing the VTuber stuff, which I should probably bring up about that, because I don't know, would y'all enjoy seeing us do the VTuber stuff? Like, it wouldn't be super weird or anything.
Would people be weirded out if we were VTubers instead?
Yeah, we have talked about
Because
we have talked about
I
this.
understand denying this beauty to all of you. I'm not sure how that's going to be taken.
We have some ideas. I don't know if we're gonna do it or not, but we have some ideas. We might try it. I don't know. Like, we'll see. I mean, it would be really nice to be able to take a break from the lights.
I think people looking at this less would probably help.
I know.
I think that would help.
Okay. I guess I need to invite you.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Give me a second. I don't remember how to invite you. We'll play together.
Yes. Woo! I'm getting invites. I saw a picture of King Henry the Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, this covers my whole screen, doesn't it? Oh, I forgot about that. All right, you're gonna have to be reading stuff.
I'm gonna have to read stuff. Okay, well, this is a great game for that. It's not. It's really, really not. Okay, let me see. I saw a picture of King Henry VII and was like, Nord? Maybe I think all redheads look the same. That's not even. That's weird. Like,
we all get treated the same, whether we're bullies or not. We're all treated like we're bullies.
That does not seem right. Like, that doesn't seem right, Thorn. I do not think all redheads look the same at all. Actually, when I think about it, I'm trying to think about all the different redheads that I do know. Yeah, y'all don't look the same to me.